Greetings to all and sundry, this is Chancellor North Wales, and now for a rather belated, late, whatever you may call it, Chance's View. And over the past few weeks I realised I've really gotten out of practice making YouTube videos, and hopefully the last one was a little bit of a recovery. If you saw my Telford video, just look at the pics, don't worry about the commentary. I put it together. I should have checked it more. I realised I had something actually clogging the microphone on my camera on my phone. That was extracted afterwards, and if I would have should have re-recorded it, I didn't. So I apologise for the horribly muffled video. I also realised it's been far too long since I have done any kind of video like this, and I am attempting to get back. It's just been a rather more interesting year. This man cave has also, out of necessity, become a workspace, as I've had to work from home. Well, I've been working from home more, writing and core work as well. So this bench, where the stand is sitting, sees my work laptop a couple of times a week, and I have reference materials, textbooks, and all the wonderful stuff that occupies me, has at times taken serious precedence over modelling, and that's been a little bit of a pain. He's eased back a little bit lately. It's been entertaining, yeah. I spent more time at work this year than pretty bit of workaholic anyway. It's just been intense, and alongside that I've also managed to spend more time in hospital this year than I've done so in the past 23, so it's been rather entertaining, to say the least. And what has taken the hit this year was the modelling, and I apologise for this. So this chance of you is really a bit of a update, top up, call it as you will. So let's start with going back to Telford, which was a couple of weeks ago. Watch the video to see the great builds that were there. It was a great event for us, and being with Rex and Wings Model Club, which after a rather painful 2020-2021, we are now getting our numbers up again. We had 11 people at our last meeting, which was excellent. That was last night. If anybody local watches this, you can find this on Facebook. So I didn't mention my haul from Telford. So just a quick run through of what I managed to find there. A model Eclipse 100 light private jet. A Chaudron 635 Simeon interwar French light aircraft. A Japanese Babs Recon aircraft, and a MPM Achi Nasal. So a little bit of a mix, a little bit of World War II-ish stuff, and some light aircraft. In terms of subjects, after my floatplane diorama, things went a little bit quiet on the modelling front. This is where other things took over, and work especially has dominated my life. I've not been working, I've been pretty much too tired to do too much else. I'm adjusting to that now these days, and so anyway, recent builds, you would not have seen this. This is the Master Box pair of science fiction Gladiators. I had a little bit of fun with these. on a base. They were represented for me as sort of recovery project, something to help me get back to a bench, um, and just doing something a little bit different and working on how I display things, presentation skills, that side of it. And then that led on to this recent build, which is a Land Rover Series 305 in the Welsh scene with a farm worker repairing fences. That was the Revel kit from the BA British Army of the Rhine Land Rover that I converted from left-hand drive to right-hand drive, and added a figure and this little circular diorama base, which I'm quite happy with. It was 1/35 scale and makes for a rather nice different project. I must admit, builds like this, I haven't really thought about the video side. I've just been thinking about the model making side and getting time at the bench, giving myself something beyond writing about metrology to focus on, and it's been useful. Have made changes to my diet as well, so consuming less caffeine and other things, so I am energy management is proving a little bit more entertaining. So what's next? I have been asked to do another commission build, and this is a Mosquito that was flown at the Amiens raid, and I went looking around the model shops today. Couldn't find what I wanted, but I did happen to have this in the stash, the old Airfix kit, and it does give me the Mark 6 fighter bomber, which I believe was the aircraft type used in that raid. I'm going to have to order several set of decals. This is the old Airfix Mosquito basic kit, but in my mind, for another picture display project, perfectly reasonable. And I'm going to be diving into this as my next one, and as the festive season looms. When I'm not writing and doing cool work, I will have this on my bench and do it as in a picture frame base with the Amiens prison in the background and the story of Albert Picard, the pilot, and his navigator, and some of their background info, and the story of how he won, I believe, a posthumous Victoria Cross for that raid, and that's going to be captured that, and that's going to be as a presentation, and later on you'll find out where it's going and why I was asked to make it. But that gives me a nice little focus project to work on. I suppose the other things that have been occupying ourselves is we've had a rather significant increase in our cat population here. A stray cat decided to have kittens in our garage, which is separate from the house and is more of a storage space, and they were brought in. She gave birth. They were about a month or so old when we found them, brought them in, and they've been adopted. So from having 2 cats, we are now on 9. Though one of those cats happens to be the brother of the mother that had the kittens. He's decided to move in with us as well. So yeah, I've had to put up netting over my model shelves. Might be sort of visible over there after a cat decided to clamber on amongst my civilian projects. And I have 5 aircraft awaiting repair for squashed undercarriages. So things are getting a little bit crowded here, but it's nice to be getting bench time back. unfortunately I'm still having to split that with additional work time. Um, I was happily doing back-to-back 12-hour days. Things have knocked me about a bit, and I've been ramping up my working hours again. My energy levels aren't anywhere near where they used to be. I've been very fortunate for many years, and I think time and health finally caught up with me. So this is where we're at. Next project. Honestly, guys, with Russia's aggression in the Ukraine, I haven't touched a Russian project now in over a year. I will attempt to find a reason to do so. This is our established cat, our beloved Migsy, our modelers cat, and the one I've had to put up the netting because, and she's coming in here more because the poor thing is feeling a little bit displaced with all the other moggy additions to our household. So yes, the tail of Migs, the modeller's cat. I will, in upcoming videos, I will introduce you to other members of our feline household, those that I can actually hold. One in particular will probably try to take slices of my skin off if I try to hold him. That's our semi-feral Chip, her son, 6-year-old, rather brutish Tom, our bruiser. But the other smaller ones are all quite pleasant, but I haven't discovered clambering up in here yet. So, I must admit, watching videos used to support my hobby quite a bit. I will now come home, typically 8-9 o'clock at night, just watch some few YouTube videos before crashing out, going to bed. And that's been more documentaries. So I am now slowly getting back into watching the modelling channels again and enjoying that side. I still have a chunk of my bloody book to finish off. My publisher has given me extension after extension. So my guide to applied measurement systems analysis still has maybe 5% of it, probably less, 2.5% left to be done. I'm trying to be very careful, hoping that Migsy does not knock over this camera stand. She, my dear moggy friend, takes up more residence as more of the house becomes occupied by other felines. So there will be more tales to be told and more of our furry family to be introduced. A sweet, loyal, friendly cat, committed to this family, looks after us. One could not ask for more in our Migsy. You really couldn't. When she's not squashing aircraft, that is. But anyway, for the time being, this is Chancellor North Wales signing out, and I wish you all the very best until the next video. Take care, God bless, and happy modelling.